20. Due to popular demand, we are no longer playing games beginning with D. So we've played Descent, we played Dawn of War, we played Diablo, we've played Dungeon Defenders. So today we're playing a game beginning with S, because that's how the alphabet works. The game The Supreme Commander is from 2007 and is the spiritual sequel to Total Annihilation. The actual sequel to Total Annihilation being... Oh, what was it called? It was called...
Total Annihilation Kingdoms.
Kingdoms, that was it. TA Kingdoms. Yes, and it was awful. Supreme Commander is not awful. However, I haven't played it since... long time ago. So... we knew we were playing this, so today I have just watched all the people I'm playing with run the game one by one, just to make sure it works. So I just want to make perfectly clear at this point, I have not played this game in a decade. Play 0 minutes. So if I lose, because they all cheated, plus they get to see my screen and hear me talk about it. Right. Now, which are the ones with the big boy? Is it the blue one?
It's the blue one.
Blue one, excellent. That's it. That's all I remember.
No, the big boys are Aeons, isn't it? The green ones.
I thought, sure it's the UEF. The UEF sounds right.
UEF has the fat boy, which is a
Sorry,
massive
the fat boy.
tank.
The tank. That's the one. I want the tank. I'll get to the tank, but I want to have the option of the tank. Okie dokie, I'm ready. So Supreme Commander was the was it the first 3D RTS? I'm not sure if it was. Like 3D landscapes as well, because Total Annihilation was two-dimensional landscapes but 3D units. I honestly don't remember on this one.
I don't think this is 3D.
No, this is 3D, but I don't know if it was the first 3D one.
It was the first one that you could like zoom out to space, wasn't it?
Well, yes, I mean, but with a 3D landscape, I don't know. Can never quite remember. But I do know that Doom was not the first-person shooter, which you're shocked how often that comes up. It's like not even close. Oh man, these loading times are killer. So, yeah, you'll have to forgive me. I mean, I don't even know what the units are or anything.
You're going to want mass extractors on the yellow metal points.
I know that bit, but yeah, I think you missed the point. I'm like, I need a mass extractor. Hover the mouse on everything in turn until I see a mass extractor. I like when you zoom out, you just get a random background. I did also check, so Supreme Commander did at the time support... It didn't support WASD though. It did support multiple monitors, but only on multiple video cards. What it didn't do was support multiple monitors on one video card. And my scroll speed is horrendous. Really fast.
It takes here a lot of space for this alliance. It takes up a lot of less space.
What takes up a lot less space, sorry?
The OE is here very clunky, very little visible space.
Oh right, yes. I mean, I can zoom out. I can see the whole map in one fell swoop. Was this game actually? I guess it had pixel shaders. I guess it's new enough to just 2007. Yes, it would have had pixel shaders. Just about. What I really like is you can oopsie, I can move the mouse off the screen. Oh dear, I need to. That's annoying.
There's an option for mouse lock in the menu.
Does that work on Windows New?
Yep.
Ah, really?
I'm running borderless window with mouse lock.
Lock full screen cursor to window. Yes. But yes, it's been such a very, very, very long time. Ah, those gone there. Yes, I remember that. Awesome. If you were in the chat, by the way, and you've got some handy hints for me, please let me know. Running at a rock solid 74 frames per second. 66. Wait, what the hell? 64? What? Am I genuinely dropping frames? Are you serious? Wow, 69. Oh my god, are you actually joking me? How? Like, you know, genuinely, how? Oh, yes, you upgrade the mass extractors individually, don't you?
You do. I wouldn't do that too soon.
I think how much I've got stored. Not enough. Yeah, because obviously in TA you did each one of its own accord. You know, you upgraded each one separately. It's very nice though, like all the little ETAs when you do stuff. Like I've just queued up 5 minutes worth off that builder, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that very much assumes that you have a supply.
I have a supply. I'm not sure if I have enough of a supply. I definitely have a supply. Now you should be able to build an advanced. Or is that just? See, that's TA. The base one's built an advanced one in TA.
Upgrade your factory.
Upgrade the factory. Yeah, see, this is why I don't care if I lose, because Dave's obviously been reading up on the wiki.
I play Subcom 2 still.
It's not the winning or the losing. It's how many subscribers you get.
It's how many giant robots you have stomping around.
Yeah, that's why I gotta put it. I like playing RTS games versus, but I much prefer stomping the AI. But that's nearly always everyone just agreeing not to beat the AI until you've run out of things to do. If that makes sense.
So you can the various AIs in this are very, very tough because they cheat.
But this is where Dawn of War wins, because in Dawn of War you can't do that. Dawn of War forces you to, like, if I start collecting stuff on the map, you're forced to take the contestant points back. It forces people to fight, whereas usually there's no point. I mean, the only point in fighting over this is obviously we have extra resources in the middle. Unless we have one of those each, there's your advantage. But it surprises me that no game I know of anyway, has taken the Dawn of War model, because it works really, really, really well.
Yeah, capture and hold, it forces people out of their comfort zones.
Yeah.
Which I think is important.
Well, it means otherwise, I mean, I used to do this in Homewood. I would effectively do the diplomacy thing, where I would actually basically say to people, if you take that dust cloud, I will attack you, but you'd have to do it manually. So the capture and hold pushes as a game mechanic, so it does a lot better. Is that? Wow, that is upgrading extremely slowly. Awesome.
Have you run out of energy or metal?
Oh god, no. Just remember the shortcut key for the commander. It's not Control C. That selects everything. Why would Control C select everything? Why is that a thing? Is there an idle engineers button? Yes, there it is. Why right click? Why would it be right click to cycle the idle engineers? That makes no sense. Do extractors go offline while they're upgrading then, or do they continue to get metal?
They continue.
That's clever. I wonder how they're managing that. Now, I'm sure somewhere in this game there are some sort of radars.
Yes, engineers can build them.
I'm not that forgetful. Don't worry.
Land scouts have a radar component.
Yeah, Dean, every single person who bought this game accidentally got a French map. I think they accidentally only printed French maps or something. I seem to recall Uatech complained and actually got some money back.
Wow.
Who's in nano storage? I'm in nano storage. Yeah, Dean, you're like the 10th person to tell me that story, which is why I know that everyone got one. But everyone thinks because you got whatever 7 years old, you're like mother, why is this all written in some dead foreign language? It's like, oh, that's French.
For some reason, my units are not responding.
Hooray! I'm gonna win. So never done an RTS game where it's only artillery. There's no concept. You're just driving it. You're 100 miles apart or something. It's all about maintaining the shields, you see, rather than the other
Someone once made a map for this, which was a scan of the Martian surface, and it was like 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers, and even the infinite range artillery had a range.
You could use the unit cannon. I remember the unit cannon. That was one of my favourite things. That was hilarious. There's not much scrap metal around on this level, is there?
Barely any.
So I don't believe Supcom or any of these games. You can queue up orders and you can have a loop. You can't just say, do this one thing next, but don't wipe your complex order I just spent 2 minutes implementing, can you?
Yes, you can append orders.
No, I don't want to append. I want to prepend an order. I want to say, do this one thing and then go back to your queue. So I want to say, patrol in this square. That's fine. Oh, bugger, there's a cool thing that I want you to do. Go and do that thing and then go back to patrolling. I don't think you can do that.
You can delete orders in the middle of a queue.
I don't want to do that. I want to keep my whole queue. So let's say I've just told my patroller to go to 6 different spots, and then I realise there's an enemy unit's crashed and I want the metal. I want to say to him, get the metal, but don't loop that order, and then continue with your queue. I've always wanted kind of just a prepend, an insert.
Might be possible, but I don't remember out of hand.
Yeah, unfortunately I screwed up, so I'm deep into nano storage. And I haven't built a radar or any money.
You can disable buildings as well, so you can stop upgrades by hitting the pause button.
Yeah, like I have anything upgrading apart from a metal extractor. The background, when it fades in, is freaking horrible, though.
Yeah, that's
like,
proper low res.
The notes, if you've seen the fade through from, I don't know, brown to Picture of a Planet, it's just horrid. I was a bit more confident about winning at Advance Wars until Tad, who I'm going to be playing, just started to list units I couldn't even remember existed in the game. So I'm not confident about that one each. But if we want to play Doom Deathmatch, there I'm happy. Takes me about half an hour to warm up and then it's all go. Yeah, didn't they tone down the adjacency bonuses for Supcom 2? Because I always, not sure I appreciated them in this. It always felt a bit like you have to build it in this exact way or you get penalised.
It was a great concept, but it doesn't really work.
Even in FI, it was made more sensible.
I only vaguely remember. I only remember at all because I happened to have built some things next to other things, and I got some little lines, and I went, "Oh yeah." Because in TA you couldn't crunch stuff up like this because it wasn't grid based, and you just end up jamming your units in. Okay, so what can I make here?
Oh, we are using no rush. Ah.
Yep.
I'm hoping, by the way, that middle is civilian. By the way, because I finally got radar up and went, oh.
That explains things.
Does it explain why you have got a big circle around your map?
Yeah, but it didn't give good feedback that you can't go there.
Someone's an aggressive. What's
Oh yeah, I forgot about civilians in the middle. They're set to hostile as well, I think.
I think so, yes. I seem to recall there were some shields in this, but I haven't seen any to build.
Tier 2.
Still not seen any to build. I have no doubt that you are not lying. So in TA, 1 and 2 switch between orders and build menus rather than reselect a previously selected group of units. Thank God they changed that for this one. It was shift 1 to select and control 1 to recall. It was horrible.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like that makes any sense.
Well, I mean, maybe it did in whenever it was, 1970, whatever year TA came out. I'm not saying I've discovered a bug, but don't engineers on patrol, aren't they supposed to help out with shit they see, not just drive past going, he's building something?
If they're on patrol, they'll only do it if they have the resources. If they're right-clicked onto it, they'll support it.
Gotcha. Okay, oh, I didn't know that. In TA, they would just bundle onto the first thing they saw, even if they couldn't build it. Oh, that's interesting. So those of you watching at home, I don't have the resources to do that. Somewhere on the screen, I would expect a timer telling me how long we have left. I can't see it.
Must be about 5 minutes.
There's nowhere. There's no timer. I mean, I can look how long the stream's been up. 18 minutes. That doesn't really help me, does it? With the preamble where I showed everyone, everybody else I'm playing has played this game today. Whereas this is the first time I've played it in forever. Dave was in the game for 6 or 7 hours nearly.
No, it was not.
Surrounding with mass storage is about as effective as going to level 3 on mass points.
Sorry, all I heard there was, hey Adam, you don't have enough mass to do anything. I don't rub it in my face. Look at Mr. I've upgraded to level 3 and it wasn't as big a jump as I had hoped. So yeah, to those of you who have joined tonight, expecting some pro high-end play, what's going to happen? In a minute, these shields will go down, and I will get completely mullered. Hooray!
No, I'm not playing to crush.
Sounds like quitter talk. To be honest, all of the best matches have always been the long ones. It's never been the... It's like, I mean, if you ever played Warcraft 3 online, oh my god. Like, people would memorize the perfect build order, and then they would... Your default fog of war, they would put their unit one square outside your default fog of war, so they could hit stuff without you seeing it, and it was just horrendous. And they would literally go four footmen and a wizard and send it in. If that attack lost, they'd just leave. They had one 6-minute win build order memorized. There was no strategy, no back and forth, no adapting to tactics, none of that. It was just pure and simple. I have a rush strat I've memorized. Oh, I've lost, never mind. And that's why I never played Warcraft 3 online more than about twice. A bit more, but after your third or fourth, like, complete and utter trouncing while I'm still wondering whether I should build a barracks or a farm next. It's like, what? Like, it's like the equivalent in chess is fool's mate. It's like trying to trick your opponent into fool's mate every time. If they don't fall for it, just conceding the match. It's definitely not how you're supposed to play chess.
Yeah, it's definitely not what I play multiplayer games for. I normally go into the arcade and play the silly modes.
Come on, lads, help out. Now, there isn't a way to say, have I forgot to upgrade any extractors, is there?
Double click and select all of the same level.
Well, that just shows ones I have done. But yeah, I guess that kind of works.
I really wish I had more of everything.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? What, like legs and toes and things, or just stuff in the game?
Yeah, or just trees as well. I've run out of trees.
So this was one of the earliest games that basically tried to get a political climate change message into the game. That's Chris Taylor's thing. You're right, I've run out of trees as well. I've just zoomed out and there's just a circle on the map of no trees. Come on, build faster. What are you waiting for? Christmas? Oh, wait, one of my engineers just went all the way down a tiny little valley, all the way to the end. He found a tree.
Hey.
And then he's come back. I have to say, the detail in this game is still pretty phenomenal. Like, overall, the textures don't look horrible. I mean, it looks surprisingly good.
Too bad that most of the time you play at max zoomed.
Oh, no, I zoom in all the time.
No, I look at the pretty.
I'm still only hitting 66 frames per second, though, most of the time. 79, 67, 72. Exactly how much frame rate would I need to... Sorry, how much CPU would I need to actually get a decent frame rate? Hey, Optic Charn, how you doing, sir? I think you should all know I actually have 500 metal stored right now, so I'm feeling pretty smug.
That means you're not spending it.
Yeah, I've just finished something. And it's hooray, I've got metal. So this means all my engineers will start helping? No, see, in fact, I think you were talking bollocks. There's an engineer just driving right past something in progress, just completely and totally ignoring everything. Now, I have got it on patrol. How would I tell? Little circles rather than little... Oh, the shields are gone.
If you hold the shift key down, you'll see all your orders.
Yeah, but are they patrol almost? Right, so let me get this straight. The shields went up, I had a couple of planes. They've just flown out and they've all got shot down. Brilliant, guys. What even was that? Why would you do that?
Oh yeah, the thing came down. Not sure my fighters all went off. They're meant to be defending my base.
I'm not too bad, thank you, Charon. We decided to play some multiplayer, old school multiplayer games. Hopefully keep people a little bit interested during the lockdown. Yeah, well, this is the game. It's by the same people as Planetary Annihilation. This is the game before that. Oh, that was brief and unfun. Well, I'm fucked, so that's all my stuff gone. I hope you two have a great game.
What colour are you, Adam?
I'm pink.
Okay.
I'm the one that's just lost everything. I don't think much of their little icons, by the way. This grey gun on a green background, that grey gun on a big... Put them on different backgrounds, for God's sake, or something. Like, they all look real... There's no colour coding at all, apart from the C ones. So, it just appears that I've just got an enormous amount of planes that have just flown into the enemy area endlessly. So that's great, guys. I'm really glad you decided that was your best tactic.
I didn't expect you to die that easily.
Well, you just blew up my power plant.
Yeah, the adjacency bonus thing, it makes...
Yeah, you also took out the shield and the power plant. I mean, there wasn't much more I could have done. God, what was I going to do?
We lost somebody on the chat.
Ah, so it's just Backer. RTS is not his thing, so he's decided he's not going to join us.
Well, that's fair enough.
God damn, everything is so slow. Oh, yeah. I'm just remembering so much about this game. I say you can have factories assist other factories and other... Again, for the time, well, even now, I guess. Very, very cool, very, very cool features. Fortify my resource point? I think that's the wrong game. You're thinking of Dawn of War. That is Dawn of War, isn't it? Where you can put a little gun on your resource point.
Yes.
Okay, guys, stop attacking them, guys. Them seriously. What? Their path doesn't even slightly take them close. Turrets and wall. I do have plenty of turrets. Walls are, as far as I remember, which is a long time ago, a complete crapshoot. Fear my walls, and then you just tear through them. Yeah, I really wish that say more games did the Dawn of War thing, because you can essentially play the game you really want to, which is just sitting there massing your base up, and then you're forced into dealing with things that you hadn't planned to. Like, having to deal with a resource point that's actually going to get mullered if you don't get your finger out. And I really, really, in my mind, elevates Dawn of War above all other RTS games. Because that's how Warhammer works. You're playing Warhammer on the tabletop. It's not first person to eliminate everybody else's units win. You'd be there forever. And it's always about capturing resource points. And it's about holding it, about breaking enemy units as well.
I absolutely love how I've got a turret that's been trying to kill the center for ages now.
Well, that's where TA Spring might be worth looking into, because TA Spring is an update to TA. It's an open source remake, but it has three-dimensional landscapes with terrain deformation. So there's a mountain in the way and a gun firing at it. After a while, there is no more there's no more mountain in the way. So you can set up a buzzsaw, just fire right through it. Eventually, you just carve a valley through the mountain. This game could have done it. The mountains, the landscapes are full 3D. They could have had deformable terrain, but they just didn't, unfortunately. That would have made a wonderful additional strategic point. It's dropping a nuke not on the enemy base, but on the mountain in the way of the enemy. The art is still very, very lovely in this, though.
Oh, it's aged fantastically.
I know how it feels. Never did quite understand in this game why Tech 2 engineers forget how to build everything that Tech 1 engineers can build. Build that. I don't know how.
No, there's a tier button on the left-hand side.
Wow. Ah. It's been a while since I've played this.
That's alright.
Have I ever heard of Grey Goo? The potential way that the world will end? Yes, I have. Not a massively cheerful subject to bring up randomly, but I have heard of it, yes. Why do you ask? Oh, the game. No, is it anything like the Paperclip game by any chance?
It's a pretty good RTS.
Is it like the paperclip game?
I don't think so.
You've never heard of Grey Goo Theory? It's nanobots replicating without limit. As a rule, I'm afraid I don't really keep up with modern games very much. I do a bit, but not much. Don't have time or the inclination, and games these days are more cutscene than game, I find, and that does not excite me.
Oh my god, I need more of everything, please.
No, not Skynet. No. So if you have a nanobot that can reproduce itself and without limit, eventually it will occupy the entire universe. That's the point.
A finite replicator can't take over an infinite space.
Yes. I mean, that's the paperclip game. Optic, if you just Google the paperclip game, it's an online browser idle game about making paperclips, and it's awesome. Much more awesome than I have perhaps described by my description of it.
Why are you trying to sneak around that side?
I'm not, that's the middle.
Not you.
Oh, I'm not, that's him.
Yeah.
It's very rude to try and do that.
So I've been making planes for the entire game. Oh, I've got 3. Brilliant. Thank you, planes randomly flying into the enemy base and getting murdered. I must have built 50 planes, all of which have just got completely murdered by the middle.
I find your actions to be ever so slightly rude.
I've got his address. No, I haven't. So I don't know why it's right-click to cycle through idle engineers. That does seem utterly the wrong key.
Let's stop that, do that.
Let me see. Negative energy, negative mass. Oh yeah, guys. Because I have engineers on patrol, and as I have just learned, when an engineer is on patrol, it won't help something unless you have a surplus of energy. Has he not known
You're
that?
negative, it reclaims trees to get energy.
I think if you're just not full, it does that. But yeah, what happens is my energy goes, or metal or energy goes positive, everybody promptly helps out something, then my energy goes negative and they all stop. That's mass in the top left and energy in the top right. I can't tell you, though, why my frame rate is fluctuating up and down. That I have no idea why my frame rate is anything other than a rock-solid 75. Given that my machine is some 13 years newer than the game. The other guy's base looks like a monkey face. Oh, of course. See, I zoom out and I can see all you guys. Then you'll disappear. And I'm like, stealth tech. But no, I've just run out of power. It's on my radar's turning offline. Oh, I found where the button is. I see. Dave is currently about triple my score. Objectives. That's not objectives. That's the game settings. Sorry, Optic Charon. I'm running on an 8700K overclocked to 5.3 gigahertz. This game came out in 2007. I should definitely be running at a higher frame rate than I am right now. It just amused me. This game was famed basically for running slow because it was an early game as games go, and they didn't do a great job, let's be honest, on the threading. In fact, they didn't put any threading in any vignette whatsoever. And it shows now because the game hasn't scaled up, because CPUs have not got that much faster. They've just got much wider. The game is a bit multi-threaded, but not very. Nowhere near as much as it should have been. Certainly given... I mean, things like it runs the AI on the main thread. Brilliant. Good job, guys. Stuff like that. At the very least, run the AI on another thread. Present the results back to the rendering engine. Run the unit simulation on another thread. Even if the threads are concurrent and kicked off once a frame, that's what I'm doing in the train game I'm writing now. It's far, far, far better than what they've done here, which is just ridiculous and stupid.
That flipping stealth generator's just left a massive hole.
You can spot the stealth generator by the hole.
Yes. More power needed.
No, really?
It's quite sad.
How do I show tactical ranges? Do you not get them?
Left-hand corner.
Do you not get them?
5 overlays.
5 overlays. Oh, in the bottom left. Economy, Intel, Control W. Oh my god, no. That's not very useful.
Well, you beat up your anti-air defense.
Me?
My
him.
opponents.
So if you wait a minute, I'll just fly all the rest of my planes into the middle of the base. Because that's how I roll.
I mean, I see all of those little things coming down towards me. Just so you know.
Wait, do you mean me? I can't see anything. Maybe I should build a radar. Oh, they're mega units, yes, but I sincerely doubt you're going to see them. Firstly, I can't remember how you... Oh, you click on that button to build them. Let me see. How much energy does it need? That's 60 times the energy I've got. Yeah, you ain't going to see it. Power gens next to your factory just uses less power, rather makes them build faster, though I'm happy to be corrected on that. Can anyone shed some light?
It reduces the amount of power that the building is using.
If you build a base next to a fuck me English, next to a metal plant, I think it might use a little bit less energy.
Metal provides metal savings.
Yes.
No energy savings for metal.
Why don't none of these look like a factory? One of these has to be a factory. There isn't a research building, is there?
Nope. That's Supreme Commander 2.
Ah, that's Supreme Commander 2. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I actually need some tier 1 air defense because of your crappy little planes.
They are pretty cranky, in fact.
I love all the dogfighting though.
Yeah, I think though overall with the adjacency bonus, it just wasn't worth bothering with. It wasn't a big enough advantage to worry about it, and it was more of a pain in the ass than anything else.
That plane you just blew up was very, very expensive.
Me? Someone flew a plane to my base. I didn't know who it was.
No, not me. No, not you.
I saw it blow
You're
up,
okay.
but that's it. Oh, thank you.
Right, go help on that.
Right, so I do that. Oh. Oh. How do I tell factories to copy other factories? I'm sure that was a thing. Was that Subcom too?
I think that's what's...
It then builds off from the first queue, but it doesn't copy the queue per se.
Yeah, if I just told one factory... I used to have... I haven't, but I used to have like 8 factories, and then you just tell the outer factories to guard the inner factory, and they you give one factory an order, and they all do the same thing. But they don't seem to be doing that.
You give one factory the queue you want to build,
Yeah.
then the rest of the factories assist the first one.
With guard. G. Yeah.
Select factory and
Oh,
right
it's
click the factory.
Oh, is it assist? Which is oh right. G isn't a thing in this game. That might be why. No, doesn't seem to. Assist. Nope, no lines. No, it doesn't seem to be. I think that's Subcom too.
I'm doing it. It's in.
Well, I'm not. So.
It's
I
the
am,
default action to right click on another factory to assist it.
And then you get a, oh right, it's done it this time. I was testing you and you passed. The problem is, I can remember some bits and bobs about this. Certain units that are good, certain units that are bad. But what I don't remember is the sort of the path that you have to take. Like, what do I do now? Like, what is my next part of the progression? I don't know. Like, should I build more power? Should I build a big boy? Should I just build more little units? Because I've just not played it in recent memory. But I am just enjoying all the pretty graphics. There are lots of pretty graphics, and I'm enjoying that. Yes, it is Optic Chiron, but it's way, way too expensive.
Who is slowly chipping away at my defences?
Not me! Why do people keep blaming me? What colour are you? What
I am yellow.
What corner are you? Because I can't see it. You're all grey as well. Wait, you're yellow. What, in the middle? Wait, spam big boys? Firstly, do you mean fat boys? Or do you mean something I haven't seen? And I keep seeing this. It's like someone just said, oh, just let's bring in 20 of these units. I'm like, yeah, after 4 hours, I can probably build 20 of those units. People seem to forget the path of leveling and just sort of jump straight to the end bit. I want to kill that. You want to defeat that boss in Warcraft? I'll just bring everyone with full level 100 legendary gear. It's not very useful display. I hope you guys are also reading the chat. By the way, there's it's just tactics galore of how I'm doing it wrong.
Ooh, that's a lot of stuff.
I should build loads of turrets and big boys and loads of power.
You should be doing all of those things and more.
That will be brilliant. Do everything. Good grief, how slow is this guy? Where is it? Is it you doing it? Yeah.
Yep, so somebody's got something taking out things I'm building.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, it's you.
Me? What? I haven't built anything at your side in ages.
You're attacking me.
No, I'm not. Oh, well, you're yellow. Oh, you're the one at the bottom. I thought Caerwyn was at the bottom. That makes more sense now. I know you started it.
It's true.
Oh, it's so pretty. Aren't those the really expensive ones that you just lost loads of?
Nah, that's alright, that's only wave 1. Does tell me though that I need more of these.
Oh yeah, that's Oh no, does this get the one game with coordinated attacks, or was that TA?
I think this does have it. I know number 2 does.
can't remember which one invented it.
Yeah, it has some limitations, but yes, you can order things to attack at the same time.
Because that was really awesome. I think it was in TA, because it went coordinate attack, and then loads of stuff will go in the other direction, and then they come back around. It was there. That was definitely one of the cool moments. I wish I could find. I wish there was a button to say builder units that they're not doing anything useful. Like they're busy, but they're not. You know, they're not really busy. Don't worry about it too much.
Oh my god, there's so much stuff there. Right.
Why does the shield generator not look like a shield? Why does it look like a fucking 5G mast?
Probably looks more like a shield than most shields.
No, it doesn't look like a shield. It should have a little radar energy shieldy thing on it.
Maybe the Cypron shields are more what you're looking for.
Yeah, but like it's just the icons. I'm having to hover over every time I build something over each icon on turn going. Nope, nope. Ah, that's the one. Nope, 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 nope. For fuck's sake! I wish. Can one of you guys just take out the middle guy so I don't keep losing all my frickin' units there?
No, because that's quite helpful at the moment.
And apparently, whoever flies these planes doesn't know how to go around a corner. So they've just taken this, like I said, turn around, and they just banked all the way into Schalke's base. Yep, I've just lost, like, I don't know, 15 units just because they don't know how to fucking turn a corner.
Will you stop firing bloody artillery at me? It's very
You're firing artillery at me!
Maybe.
Well, maybe I can see the little dots.
I feel like I'm being ganged up on now, though.
I assure you, you're not.
Base is emptying. Or running
Right,
out.
you all feel like you're being ganged up on. Well, I feel like I'm being ganged up on then. We're going to be like that.
I've pretty much run out of room. It's very frustrating.
There's a whole bunch of extra room in the top right you could take. Just saying. So, Dave, did you ever play Advance Wars?
I did not, no.
Cool. So when you beat me at this, you want to have a game of Advance Wars?
Sounds fair.
I would crucify you. It'd be like going, let's play chess. I'll just explain how it goes along. It's that sort of...
Yeah, but it's just a tactics game, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's the same people. It's the same team as some other games where there are tactics in it. What was it called?
Because I used to play Shining Forces, which the combat system in that is just tactics. Predates all of the tactics games.
Forever?
Stop shooting at that!
I wish there was a button marked military ranges, but only for stuff I actually have selected, not just everything, you ridiculous game.
Right. Ugh.
We'll call it a draw. Like, I'm having to hover over each unit in turn to remember what the hell each unit does. I'm not. I feel I'm not at my my peak play here.
Well, for me right now, that's a good thing, because you're horrible when you're at your peak play.
I'm not horrible. I was always a careful and considerate, and you just fucking shot at my fucking tier 3 engineer at the middle of a field with a snapshot from a piece of artillery. Just watch the bullet fly miles and miles and miles and miles and just knock him out.
Excellent. As was the plan. Right, let's see if these guys can do their job. It is, after all, what I pay them for.
Do you? Isn't it?
Yeah, I pay them in cookies.
I've gone with an entirely robotic force, so I don't really know how your particular system works.
Okay, you can blow that building up now. I've got what I wanted from it.
So they're just toying with you.
They're pretty much just toying with me. Normally I pay extra for that though, so it's not all bad.
You're right. He is horrible when he's expressed.
What were they? What were they? They were like big robots.
Yes,
And what were they? What are they called?
they're big robots.
They're dead, it looks like.
Yeah, I know they're dead, but I didn't know what they were. I just went, oh, explosions, and the explosions were finished.
Well, that was cool.
What?
The attack that just happened.
I was he distracted? You probably should have said. I would have done something like gone, how do I build?
You already killed Shaka? Or no?
How do I shot web?
Hmm?
How do I shot web?
That way.
Nothing happened.
Whoa, that was a big bada boom. What was that? Oh my god, that's awesome. I know what you mean about HDR, that would have looked great.
Did you just get nuked?
I don't know. Optic Charon, what do you think the Falcons were inspired by? Just out of curiosity. Very, very much. This. Ah, hey Craig, how you doing? Enjoying your lockdown? I've been following your political career with some interest. Good on you. I see lots of people complaining about the way the world is and the government this and the government that. And I always say the same thing, which is you should have become a politician and you've got off your ass and do it. So good on you, sir. Okay, Evelyn, you'll notice I'm at full metal, so I appreciate your optimism, but I can't do that. So what are these? Okay, those are those. Put those buttons over there. However, as I said, it's been such an enormously long time since I've played this. I suspect we won't be putting on a good show. At least I can see all of Dave's base now. Thank God for that. Right. What's he built? Oh, lots of everything. Why can't I tell engineers to heal themselves?
Would be good.
Just reflect it off a mirror or something.
I was literally building that, you bastard.
I'm not doing it on purpose. Build stuff within the red circles. It will get shot at, and sooner or later, it'll actually hit. Usually later. Now that was me. I actually did that on purpose. That wasn't by accident.
Oh, your little tier 1 bombers, they're so cute.
Aren't they just? What tier are your engineers? Oh. It's got a D. Is that for dead? Dead. That's it. But notice the attack pattern they take, where they now sweep around through all your anti-air turrets. Good job, lads. Great attack pattern. We're playing this through Steam.
It should be about a physical limitation of not them having a good turn radius.
No, that's fine. They have a limited turn radius. Absolutely. They had the choice of turn left into Dave's base or turn right into absolutely nothing that will shoot them, and they went, "We're going to turn left." And look, what's he doing? What's this guy doing? He's like, oh, I'll just take a detour through the base. Dead. Right. That serves you right. I've no sympathy for these utter morons. I mean, I have a bit of sympathy because obviously they are my units and I wish they weren't dead, but I have no sympathy. Did we turn off nukes, by the way?
We did not.
Oh,
I have deliberately not started building
okay,
one.
good. I meant to. What a great game. I'm really enjoying this. Oh, you just... So, I used to play TA lots of players. And at that, there's one very easy way to win. 4 on 4. 4 of you, tech rush nukes, and then pick up one person. Because he might build 1 nuke defense. He might build 2. He might be crazy and build 3. But he wouldn't build 4. So all you had to do was just... That one goes out. 2 minutes later, the next one, the next one, the next one. So we always just disabled it because it was just a... Almost just a one-shot win.
Nukes aren't that fun, really.
Well, no, because it turns the game into rock, paper, scissors. What does it? It turns it into just...
Depends on what end of them you're on.
It just turns it into a rush who can do the first nuke, because then you win. You can't lose. You take out so much of their production, there's no game left. It's not really fun either way. It's fairly satisfying the first few times, and then after a while you're like, let's not.
Sounds like 40s all over again.
I don't remember the 40s. Fuck off, Dave.
Well preempt.
Thank you.
Can I have some of your metal, please?
Yes, please. Just send your engineers out, preferably by themselves, and you can have any metal you find.
Excellent.
Good nuke play needs for the defending player to know to build anti-nukes.
Yeah, but if he builds 2 nukes and I build 1 anti-nuke, he wins. If he builds 3 anti-nukes and I build 2, he wins. It just means it devolves all the strategy into, can I survive long enough to do a nuke? Again, not compelling gameplay. Kaovalent, yeah, I think Uatech is playing on the next one, and I think Max, we could technically have a 7 or 8 player game. Morbits, you can ask me a tactical question as long as it's not about this game, because I'm very much struggling to remember anything of any particular note. But you can ask, and I can tell you I don't know.
My sub-commander is just destroying
Wait, your
my
what?
mess. My sub-commander.
You what?
My sub-commander.
Alexa, how do I build a sub-commander and Supreme Commander? Oh, wow, she's not even going to answer me. She went, no, no.
Time.
That building I told you to stop shooting was a gateway to teleport a new commander.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm sorry about that.
But you just managed to get out before you blew it up.
I forgot they were things. I don't seem to have any idle engineers, which is confusing, because I don't know what they're all doing.
I think you've mostly blown all mine up.
Woohoo! Oh, I see. It's a separate factory that only builds sub-commanders. Well, that really helps me for telling me what a sub-commander is.
The deck board engineer, essentially.
I forgot. I forgot it was a thing.
Sub-commander?
Sub-commander, yeah. Oh, that's not very sensible. Where are... Wow, there they all are.
Oh, you got so much crap.
Hey. Less of that.
How am I gonna get through all of that?
A nuke, a fat boy, a big stompy robot with like 8 legs. Oh, it's the spider bot's not in this, is it?
They're the other faction.
How do you counter air assaults? By having more air defense than them. But you're talking about Red Alert, which is not really a game of strategy. Subcom, TA, they all fall into one important category. 1,000 resources of defenses beat 1,000 resources of attack. Whereas in, let's say, Warcraft 2, you need something like 4,000 resources of defense to counter 4,000 resources of attack. It's complete. Sorry, 1,000. It's completely unbalanced in a ridiculous way. I heard that. Listen to him. Don't get him. Schalke, quick question. Do the tier 3 siege assault bots have anti-air?
No.
Hooray, thank you.
They don't, but all the anti-air that's going with them does.
You and what army? No, wait, hold on.
Hey, my sub-commander's finally finished doing what he needed to do.
And the main commander has also upgrades. You probably didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, he does, doesn't he? I can upgrade his cannon.
3
Just-
slots.
Let's throw that at you, see what it does.
It's a bit late now, unfortunately, for upgrading my commander, I suspect.
If you've got plus 100, it will work.
I don't know what that means.
He's expensive. Plus 100 metal. He's a very expensive boy to upgrade.
It's not that much stuff on subcom scales.
Yeah, but I don't have anything. I've been mostly trying to work out how to build stuff.
I was dumb strategically because I killed one player first or crippled. Then had to do 1v1.
Yeah, these are all tier 3s. I don't think I actually built anything from tier 3 apart from the... Sorry, I've sent my I've sent some planes in to hurt you, but they decided to fly through the civilian base. It's just brilliant watching them just arc around right into your base. If they weren't my units, I'd be really just amused even more.
I think we need to get...
Now, where's my shield gone? Oh, yeah, shields kind of pop down and pop back up again, don't they?
If you run out of energy, they do.
Yeah, but they don't... I can't remember. They can't take sustained damage. They have a bar that drops and doesn't fill up till it empties, or some...
Yeah, if you overload them, they have to recharge.
Or something, yeah. I know it was a something.
Right.
How do I do tactical ranges for only the single unit I have selected, not just... Dave, you zoomed out and press Control W. Like, brilliant. That's what a wonderful, wonderful, useful thing that is.
Play the next game that has sensible attack ranges.
Yeah, it's not that. It's the fact I only want the attack ranges for my current units, not for everything.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it's only in the Forces Alliance.
Jesus, what did I start doing that?
What?
Killed all my energy.
I don't know, do some more.
There we go.
So what sort of incompetent pilot can't fly a missile up and then down again?
I do have anti-missile defense.
Oh, right. Did they count as missiles? I don't
Yeah.
really, now I said it like that, seems a bit silly.
Because you've been pummeling me with them for a little while now, so I thought I'll get defense against that.
I don't think so. Those were The other one. What's they call it?
The mobile ones shoot similar.
No, I haven't. It's the I can't remember the name of it. Clink hammers.
Yeah, art can't be shut down. And the balance in this game is that eventually everybody is shielded up and everybody has artillery, so artillery tries to break shields.
Just like reality. Apart from the shields bit, I
So
guess.
it's very much as an arms race.
Wasn't there a song about that? It's not an arms race, it's a... I can't remember what it is. It's definitely a song. It's not an arms race, it's a war.
Something like that.
I could do with a...
Try that.
Ah, you can't actually build those.
If you build energy storage near a power producer, you get energy production.
Yeah, but it's approximating fuck all though, isn't it?
Well, if you don't have any energy storage, you can't use overcharge from your commander.
No, Kevin, I have nothing T3 whatsoever. You understand? I'm still trying. If you've not watched me play, I'm hovering my mouse over everything in turn, going, no, no, no. What am I looking for? What they call? Yeah, let's go. Because I forgot what I was trying to do now. It cut me off. Oh yeah, I wanted to build a radar. That was it. Radar.
Is it?
Radar has significant benefits from being built next to power producers. It drains significant amounts of energy.
We're not doing Forge Alliance. The idea is, if a game is popular, we will consider whether or not we play the sequel. Like, quite often, the sequels, they were new and exciting at the time, and people were excited about them, but in retrospect, weren't better. Dungeon Siege being a perfect example of actually really wasn't better than the first one.
The interesting thing about Supreme Commander 2 is it's a very different game.
Well, it was... I mean, I don't want to say it was dumbed down, because that has certain pejoratives I don't want to use. But it was a different game, in no small part because it was destined for console.
They were also trying to make it competitive.
Hence, super quick rushing.
Yeah.
The one thing that we all gravitated to TA when it had...
Do you had what?
TA had... It wasn't about rushing. It was about spending a while making a really good base and defences and all that. And they went, you know what? Let's make it a super quick thing because we want to compete with the burgeoning esports system. K. Overlin, yes, I'm well aware that Forge Alliance is somewhat unbalanced, and I understand your excitement to play Forge Alliance.
There are many systemic improvements in Forge Alliance.
What the hell are my planes doing? Just land there and don't do anything else. Seriously, they've gone about 10 screens out of their way just to fly over your base and going, oh, I'm dead.
Screens is not a unit of distance in Supreme Commander.
It's, if you zoom out all the way, less than that.
You can always zoom out fully in that you see the whole map in one screen in Subcom.
That's just quitter talk, I'm afraid. Is that true? I believe you. I didn't know that. That was the thing.
Kind of the whole point of the strategic zoom.
Well, yeah, I did. I specifically used to have a second video card in this, just for. Wait, why is my shield? Oh yeah, see, this is the thing. I've got plenty of power. My shield's gone down. And it's busy filling up its thing. Yeah, I'm just floundering here, Dave. To be quite honest, I'm just really.
I'm trying to get
Finish
in.
him.
Right, that should fix your flight. How's my commander under attack?
Don't look at me.
Duel.
I mean, I can send my sub commander in. Does that AI have artillery in the middle?
I hope. No, I don't think so. Well, actually, it might do. Agricultural centre. I feel bad. I think we may just nuked they're just a civilian town, and we've just been fighting over them. Going, sorry, my bad, sorry.
Okay, let's try getting.
I haven't got anything. You can probably wander your commander in and win.
You have got so much air defense. You are lying through your teeth.
Okay, well then you don't fly your commander in. Later Optic, thank you for popping by, sir. Hope you enjoyed my disaster of a base.
I am working on getting over to you, to be fair. Oh, that explains why I've got. I didn't need that working.
Well, you
I built anti-nuke defense just in case.
Ah. No, you've won the war of shields versus artillery.
Only just.
And this is as good as a mile.
I honestly don't know where my sub commander is anymore.
Well, where did you last think back? Where did you last have it?
I sent him somewhere to do something.
If I was a sub commander, where would I be?
You can name units to find them somewhat more easily.
You can.
And control groups are of course a thing.
Right. Let's try this.
And
They
the
might-
thing when if you number a factory, any units that it produces will add to that group.
Ah, that's cool. See, I last played this in about 2009. Now, I think we have played it since then, I'm sure, but not. Mostly, I think we played Seaton's Clutch and went, holy shit, this is no quicker on modern hardware. That's about half a decade ago. But yeah, I'm now down to 60 frames a second, believe it or not. That's just... Let's bring up the overlay a sec. I'm at 6% CPU. Oh no, 24%, 25%. Yes, it's pinned one core with inefficient code.
Nobody has gotten my mass points.
I can't get to them yet. I've been trying. Also, I don't particularly need them with the moho I've got going.
Wrong game.
Well, yes.
Oh. Yeah, the lock cursor to screen doesn't work with mouse without borders. But yeah, the problem is I don't remember this well enough to have a clear build plan. I just start to flounder with, I don't know whether to build more factories and more power bases or things. Oh yes, K Overlin. Dave, can you name the program that puts Supreme Commander on more than one core?
No.
Yes, you can. Let me rephrase that. How well does that work?
It will probably crash very quickly.
Oh no, it doesn't. K Overlin, if there is a way of taking a single-threaded program and putting it across multiple threads, you would become a trillionaire overnight. That would be the holy fucking grail of challenges. Trust me, all that mod did is it just switched the thread affinity for Supreme Commander repeatedly. That's literally all it did.
Doing it arbitrarily for programs would be hard, but doing it for specific programs might be easier.
That's not what it did. I promise. I looked at it, went, If I can see all your units, you can just wander in and win now. Then we can have another game. I think you attack. Oh, he's disappeared offline. Max is in Borderlands 3.
I am honestly trying. I don't have a lot of actual attacking units.
No, I'm sure you don't. No, so you're right, yeah. I can see them.
Yeah, but I've got a lot of low tier anti-air. I'm working on something that will end the game, though.
Hooray! I mean, I can start building a fat boy. They are so awesome. They are genuinely just so cool.
This game has exponential growth, so grabbing mass points is really important.
I'm not out of metal though. I might say I'm not able, I'm not skilled enough or memorable, that's not the word enough, to be able to utilize. I mean, I can queue up loads of resources, sure, but I haven't really lapped for resources at any point in the game.
Going too slow can be a form of not grabbing enough resources.
I haven't really wasted very much either. I've just not really been. Honestly, I'm not joking. It was honestly 10 years since that. Yeah, so the first my fat boy built really quickly, and then I ran out of mass. But it's okay. I'm using my fat boy. It's basically a mobile, just shield now.
It's not very resource effective.
It's great. No, look, but it's an infinitely healable shield.
At least I can finally see the bloody thing.
I only started about a minute ago. And it was like, yeah, this might go really well. Oh, I'm out of resources.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Now DJ is very lacking on mass.
Yeah, because oops. Yeah, because I just built the fat boy. Well, I've now unbuilt the fat boy. So now I have loads of mass. Hooray! I can just reclaim all my corpses. Woo! It's the level of help I'm getting from the chat is way above my current skill level. You're talking about, you know, kissing the apex, and I'm not really very confident with just changing gears yet. Unfortunately, the game doesn't have a stat of most artillery fire, because I'm pretty sure I'd win that one.
Possibly.
I totally would. Not necessarily most artillery hits. That's a different number.
So you're not really in range of the majority of mine, because mine were aimed at somebody else. Let's go say hello to him and him. Ah, that's what's going on there.
Oh no, you've caught me unawares with absolutely no anti-aircraft defences anywhere in the area. Actually, that's not quite true. That was the only bit they didn't have any. Because I'm not very clever. Alright, so you built the least underwhelming endgame unit known to man. Should have been bigger. Oh yeah.
I don't know whether it's common, but in this game a unit can be part of multiple control groups.
That doesn't really help me. I'm just being quite proud I can actually spot things on the map and remember what the icons mean.
I love all your little tier 1 bombers.
Yeah. I was like, aha, that'll help. And then I remember bombers don't attack things in the air.
It's a shame there's no water.
Well, on this level.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see who's around, so I'm happy to... Well, blimey, it does go on for a while. I mean, usually, I found that it's usually best against the AI. Just for no other reason, then people tend to be more aggressive.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of comp stomps. I think they're a lot of fun.
Is that true, Kaobalin? Do they actually build lower tiers faster? Excuse me. I mean, I was doing alright until, obviously, I ran out of... well, they blew all my shit up.
I was doing okay until I wasn't doing okay.
Yeah, very much.
The better way to upscale low tier production is to have engineers assisting.
Well, what I normally do is, like, normally, and I say normally as in, when I used to play this last fucking millennium, I would have one engineer doing stuff, and he would be assigned, and I'd have like 100 engineers following him, so when he went to do something, everyone else just did it as well. But that was in my youth.
Yeah, until the phenomenon called bumper cars. When you had 100 engineers around shit like that, it didn't work that smoothly.
Well, maybe on your rig. Dave, you could just win.
No,
we
it's
can
not
play
a
again.
performance issue.
You could just come in and win, and we can have another game.
I'm working on it.
The bad thing is kind of bad, or the other engineers don't go out of their way, so the one engineer bumps repeatedly on the Hitler engineer.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get air engineers in this. I remembered not long after we started playing it, because those in TA, that was always the ones that I would use.
Well, the UAF commander has an upgrade of a flying unit that can build.
I mean, the way that we used to, Dave came up with it. Tech rush to tier 1, get your Valkyrie, no, not your Valkyrie, your unit carrier, and then drop your commander in the enemy's base. There we go. Drop your commander in the enemy's base, and then win that way. I'm curious, Dave, how you got 197,679 kills.
A lot of stuff has died. Victory!
Yeah, but more specifically, I'm not sure that's... I assume that's resources worth of kills.
Yeah, I got 763 kills.
Yes, but... wait, hold on, it's fixed itself. I had... you can go back on stream. I had a 6-digit number in the kills. I'm like, what did I win on? Yes, I built the most units. I had the most losses. Fuck yeah.
Look at the amount of energy I wasted. That's shocking.
I'm just going to leave that one there for a minute. And I'm going to get a drink. I will host a game. Host. And the port again is 10666. Oh, Kitty. I fed you 1 hour and 15 minutes ago. I know this because it was when we start. So I'm just going to go and grab a drink. Hopefully we're going to get... Oh, Eurotech is offline, but we might get Max if he can tear himself away from Borderlands. Come on, Dan. I'm not going to feed the cat. Get a drink. You should all do the self. Remember to hydrate. And if I was a pro YouTuber, I'd put up an advert now, but I don't have a key bound for it. So just watch the screen. Back in a few moments.
How exciting. I'm sorry for smashing you as early as I did. It wasn't my intent. I just saw the opportunity.
That was very fine. I kind of like when the games end when one has got the advantage.
As I sort of kept sniping away at your energy and the metal, I thought at some point you're going to bring your commander to the edge to try and speed this up. I just had enough gunships to sacrifice them, so I thought I'll give it a go, and it worked. Unfortunately, DJ buried his commander at the back of the base behind 1,000 anti-aircraft defense systems.
Yeah, I thought I had my commander in the back lines,
Oh
but
dear.
I guess my heart was a little front that game.
One thing I know about DJ is you should never leave him alone, because if you let him sit there, he'll just build up ridiculous strength. But he hadn't played in a long time, so I thought I'd give him a chance.
Yeah, and 3-player free-for-all has kind of weird mechanics in that who you should attack.
Yeah, you almost always get that someone's going to get picked on.
Yeah, and it can be a mistake to finish a player off. Every time you attack someone, another player goes uncontested.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and we didn't get four.
Oh, I didn't save the replay. That was sad. 20 by 20 kilometers.
I've just picked a big one in case suddenly we get like 20 people all join. I thought there was a very obvious set of build options in this. But the game comes with one mod, double resources, is it?
Out the box, yeah.
Why didn't it come with 100 times resources? Also, isn't there an option to say no game enders, or is that Subcon 2?
Change your victory condition to supremacy, I think it is.
No. There was one
That's
no.
different.
So you could choose no game enders, which meant no nukes, basically. But that might have been Subcon 2, or
It might be Forge Alliance and Subcom
or
2.
Dawn of War, or I don't know.
You're putting double resources on?
Might as well. That one looks kind of fun. Faction blue. Okay, Evelyn, are you coming to join us? Oh, trying to set up now. That's this is the reason, of course, we put in the big bucks on the streaming, is because we're professional. Absolutely.
I feel like I need to download that Mars map again. 200 by 200 kilometers.
So
80 by 80 is clutch enough.
when we played Total Annihilation a couple of weeks ago, Total Annihilation, you required 32 megs of RAM for 6-player games and 64 megs of RAM for the biggest maps in 10-player games. So it shows people, so a couple of interesting things. It shows you what resolution they're playing at, and it also shows them how much RAM they've got, so you can see they can do the map. But it caps out at 2 gigabytes, so it just says that everyone's got 2048 megabytes of RAM.
Do we really want to use no rush option?
Yes, we do. Can you give me one good reason why not?
I run out of room.
No, then.
There's a less sudden jerk in lethality.
Well, yeah, but it means that there's not like, oh, someone's wandered in units. Oh, okay, but it's just means you don't have to start by cranking out units. You can start by focusing on your resources. Or
Do you want to do 4 people on a 5-player map?
Absolutely, that'd be hilarious. Do you want me to put an AI on?
Well, it just means whoever's next to the empty spot is going to get more resources.
Oh, well. You're
But
better.
whoever is next to that can assume that
I
the
love the way,
player will go.
I love the way you're all jiggling around. It's like musical chairs. Unfortunately, I can't force go, or I'll just go. I close my eyes and go.
Also, of the 2 places I've got, I'm right next to you. Just saying.
I didn't attack you last time. I thought you were Schalke. Okay, well, I guess that's it. So we did have a bunch more people said would totally want to play. Well, Ezerial, if you've got the game installed and you join on port 10666, you don't. It's just on the server browser, isn't it? It's not anything special.
You just put the IP address in and the port number, and then just click join.
Give me 2 moments to remember my IP address. And I think I've got you on the Discords.
I love how Steam says it's the first time I've played this, when it's clearly not true.
It's the first time you played it on Steam, maybe.
That would make sense.
Yaziriel, can you just message me? I can't find you. I can't find you on it. Oh, it's because there's an I at the beginning of your name. That'd be why.
So the main question is, are you inviting someone who's going to absolutely destroy us because they're like a world champion?
No.
Certainly isn't me.
Sorry?
It certainly is not me.
You're a little quiet. Can you just shut up? No, can you see if you can be a little bit louder?
Does that help?
No. You're about the same level as the music and half the volume of Dave. Actually, maybe Dave, if you don't talk anymore. Hey, solved it.
How rude.
Ha ha!
You is so funny.
I know.
Oh, that 2 times resource is going to totally mess with my head.
It just means we can all tap rush the fat boys and just have like a fat boy dance in the middle.
This is the best I can do. You can also individually raise people's volume.
I can lower it. I'm not sure I can raise it. It's alright. I'll turn the music down in a moment.
That's 5 players. Do we have more?
No, not at the moment. Just wait for someone to hit ready, which is the little cross there.
Good luck.
Thank you. I've got biscuits, so I don't care if I lose. The only thing could be better if I had ice cream. Options, sound, music. It's not that good anyway. Let's just turn it off.
Yeah, it's no TA when it comes to music.
My very fond memories of TA were twofold. First of all, when the music went from idle music to combat music, your game would freeze up as it spanned the CD drive up to speed. And secondly, it didn't really care what CD was in. So I used to have a Trevor Nelson CD, and it would just jump between 2 different tracks that I liked, depending whether or not I was building or in combat. Utterly brilliant.
Amazing.
Schalke, did you work out? Are you streaming as well?
Yes.
Ooh.
If you want to cheat, you're welcome to do so.
I appreciate your faith in me that the additional information of seeing what you're building or where you are would in some way help. It won't. but I appreciate your faith in me.
Build all the things with my one thing.
It's quite nice with the music when you zoom out. You get some nice ambience.
Nice bit of quiet.
I love the calm little moments before the storm.
Everyone preparing to murder each other.
There will be no murdering. It's just robots. No people get hurt. It's not murder. It's just aggressive deconstruction.
This is just very rich people's game, isn't it? They're just sat on a little spaceship.
Oh man, did you watch that Giant Robot Wars thing? That was so disappointing. Where they had like $1 million robot fighting the other ones. Did you see it?
I didn't. Wasn't that a company that went bankrupt?
No, they did it. It was awful. So what happened is it was basically not very interesting. The Japanese robot was so much better. It slammed into the American one, knocked it over, repeated that. So they had to stage it go wrong and then smash stuff up because they didn't have any actual good footage. It was so disappointing. And everyone was like, all right. And then they said, oh, we're going to have people inside the robots. And everybody lost interest at that point. So you're like, right. So it's going to be really slow and safe. And you're not going to have robots drilling holes in other robots. Everyone has literally lost interest at this point, which was such a shame because it could have been the coolest televised event of the millennia.
That is pretty sucky. I imagine making a giant robot's quite difficult.
Well, yeah, but like the Japanese design was on caterpillar treads. That's how you do it. That's your first like caterpillar treads beat anything else out. They just did a really bad job of the whole thing, really. So yeah, but it did air, and it was disappointing. I don't know if you saw Wizzo popped in a minute ago to the chat.
I'm deliberately not watching the chat.
Oh, but yeah, Wizzo popped in to say hi. I've not seen him in a while.
Cool. Hello.
Oh, I built something. You guys are in trouble now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I did play Advance Wars very briefly earlier, and I really wish I continued with my Advance Wars clone. Ah, so double resources is not the same as infinite resources. I see. Well, I'm going to zoom in and have a look at some of the pretty graphics while I'm waiting for things. For instance, on the aircraft factory, you zoom right in, there's a little red flashy light. And they've got the clipping wrong, so it's got some... You can see the texture bleeding over to the texture thing next to it. If you don't want computer games to be ruined, by the way, don't watch my streams. I already ruined Halo 3 for someone by pointing out the way the pop-in system works, and I can never unsee that now. Yeah,
I thought you could say ruined it by saying it's a terrible game.
Halo 3 was alright, but Halo 2 was the awful one because it had that 25-minute cutscene with a plant or something. And they went, right, we're going back to Earth, and you jump into freefall to Earth, and then the game ends. And you're like, it's just to end on a big satisfying note, not on a bit that actually is more interesting than everything for the last 2 hours.
That is quite sad.
So can I say pause? Yes. Pause. Just Z. Okay. There's a shortcut key for it. Z is pause. And I know everybody else apart from me knows this, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my god. When I pause it, I get a not working symbol that doesn't scale. It's about 9 pixels across. So, because I wasn't watching, and this is traditional, so if you've not played RTS games, this is how it traditionally goes. So, Dave, how did you kill Shao? Because all I saw was a big boom. But did you just have stuff going? What happened?
Gunships.
Sniped him with gunships.
Ah. And they're airships. They're in the air, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anti-air defense. All right. I'll tell you what. I mean, I'm not going to because obviously I'm on stream and everything. But you could probably do quite a good reminder system with a voice assistant, such as Google or the one beginning with A or Siri. Like you could probably do remind me in 10 minutes to this, remind me in 5 minutes to do this. That probably actually work quite well, as long as no one can hear you, which obviously everyone can. Adam, is your reminder to fire the nukes at Dave now? Like, oh, shut up. He can hear us.
Get some of those going.
I like the way you're like, oh, do we have to have a rush timer? What would you have achieved by now, other than potentially capturing all the center ones?
I would have had a water factory by now.
A water factory.
Where we make water.
I know. It's just a glacial sheet. Get
some of those. A shit ton of those.
Right now, okay. Sorry guys, you don't need to like suck up all the trees in the entire map with quite such fervour. We've got plenty of energy. Might just plant one.
On patrol, they don't suck if it's not missing.
Yeah, but like dig one up, plant one. That's how you should do it. And those. I'll tell you what, I might save the replay and I'm going to basically check all your bases because you guys have done nothing but badger me about fucking adjacency bonus, I can pronounce it. So you guys had better have done it perfectly.
How long is the no rush timer?
100 years.
90 minutes.
11 minutes 50 seconds. Mark. I found where the rush timer was displayed, by the way.
Oh, that's handy.
Because TA did have water units, but it was a very, very, very simple rock, paper, scissors where the submarines beat everything.
Pretty much.
Wasn't I also like the concept of a metal storage. It's just a box. Like, I've got some mass storage in the garage, for heaven's sake. I do like the adjacency bonus art, though. I think it looks really good. The little purple electrics connecting up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wish it went further.
Something I want to do in Fortchcraft 2 is units, buildings next to certain other buildings. I want them to sort of lock on with unique graphics, saying, "I approve of the way you're building. This is what I had in mind. Good job." Whether or not we'll manage it, I don't know. But yes.
Oh, we got a timeout.
No, he's paused it.
Sorry, I don't know why I did that.
2 more pauses and he gets kicked out for being a loser or something. No, I don't think it kicks you. I think it just I think there's anything actually. Just think you can't pause it anymore.
Want to buy metal, please?
Are you out of metal?
Yeah.
I've got loads. I mean, oh no, me too.
You guys got metal?
You guys are getting paid? Dave, in 9 minutes and 42 seconds, you'll be able to build your water factory.
Woohoo!
Okay, now why is that? Oh, it is building. Okay. I miss air construction units. Are the little nano-lathe towers, are they subcon too?
Yes.
For his alliance.
Oh, fortunately, yes.
Yeah, Forge Alliance.
Fortunately.
I liked those. Only because I could just build millions of them everywhere and completely just destroy... Like, just build tons and tons and tons of stupid... I used to like being able to build fat boys quicker than I could possibly move them out the way. Just because you can. Like I said, I mean, these are the games that massively did influence Fortress Craft because you get this exponential growth. But in Fortress Craft, they don't cap the exponential growth. You can just keep building stuff quicker and quicker and quicker. I mean, in theory, there's a cap on the railgun, but it's not sensible. Whereas in this, you can hit the cap, within an hour or two of play. As quickly as you can, the game will let you build stuff. You can hit that limit. So I kind of freely admit massive inspiration from that. Is there a way to make the little icon that says if they're tier 1 or 2 bigger than 1 pixel wide? No.
No idea.
It's got AmbiX support. That's the Philips glowing system.
That sounded like it went far.
No, you can still buy AmbiX stuff. Yeah, there's no way to scale the UI up and down. Seems rather an odd things. Out of curiosity, is anybody else getting more than 60 frames a second, or is it just... I'm at 70 now. No, it's 60.
I think I got VSync on and it hasn't dropped below 60.
Oh yeah, I haven't dropped below
I don't know what to
60.
say.
That'd be embarrassing. Seven minutes. Oh. Either I never upgraded any of my buildings at tier 2 last time, or I'm the wrong race. I think it might be the first though, so it's alright.
Is anybody the A on?
I'm the religious guys.
Note to self, your tanks can hover.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Well, you say that, but my tech engineers are amphibious. They're just really, really slow. Dang it. The Janus. whoopsie. I'm like, yeah, I've got loads of resources. Let's upgrade this, that, and this. Oh shit.
That's how it gets you.
It's surprising. We've played a lot of Chris Taylor's games, and they've all been really good.
Yeah, dude knew what he was doing.
If you remember Space Siege,
Sounds like a cash in there.
I can't remember what he did. What he does now. I did look it up. I can't remember. Okay, what are all those guys doing? They're just standing there. Yeah, they got bought by Microsoft, but I can't remember if he just went. Oh, I think they're doing some mobile tech thing. Oh yeah, they're doing. It's like an engine for massively multiplayer games or some other tedious, I don't give a shit thing.
Sounds sad.
Yeah. I do like the design. I mean, this particular race. It's very Thunderbirdsy, all the little vehicles.
Yeah.
I've been watching Thunderbirds on YouTube. Forgot. It's still a very good show overall, but I forgot how great the vehicle design was, even after however many years it's been. I'm having a lot of issues with patrolling units just going, no, I'm not helping. I have stored metal, I have stored energy, and they're like all these ones here, but 8 units just drove past, went, I'm not helping.
Pass.
Yeah, well, that's what they did too, unfortunately.
Need more power.
Oh, I've got like plus 200 at the minute. That won't last. I like the torpedo launcher note. Can only be built on water. Yeah, thanks.
It's good to know.
It's symmetric, what can be built on water.
Well, see, the thing about torpedoes, the important thing about torpedoes is they only go on water.
To be fair, in Planetary Annihilation, they can launch from the ground into the water.
We don't talk about that game. We don't talk about that Kickstarter video they failed to make into a playable game. Yeah. I'm still annoyed about that. Such a good trailer. Really so good. And in the end turned out to be just a clunky, disastrous mess. Which is a shame, because I was very excited because that trailer was great. And I did point out at the time, no one in their right mind should back it, because what you're backing is a trailer. You're not backing a game. You're just backing a really nicely rendered trailer. And they couldn't make the orbital stuff, you know, the high level, high altitude building, work. So you zoom out and your mouse cursor can point on 2 different things at once, and you end up clicking the thing in the air or the thing below. And the
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
almost all of that has been fixed.
Well, no, because they haven't changed that bit. It's a fundamentally flawed idea. The idea that you've got gameplay happening down low and you zoom out and there's more gameplay and you can select it, that's fine, but the lower gameplay has to disappear. Otherwise, you're then trying desperately to sort of use parallaxing to work out which plane something's on. And the 360-degree defense, it's kind of neat, kind of neat, but it's kind of not.
Can I ask if we're still having a nuclear weapons
Yes,
amnesty?
Moriarty. Yes, yes, indeed. Dergashite, considering we're still 30 seconds off the rush timer, building enemy units would be silly. I'll tell you what. Let's play Doom next time, and every single person who tells me how to play, I will fucking stomp. And it ain't gonna happen in this game. Dergashite, I'm just here to enjoy it. I used to be good at this game. It was a long, long time ago. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 3.
Wunderbar.
Come on, little amphibious unit, get the fuck out there and build a ship thing. I'm sorry, sacrificial unit, but rather you than me.
You literally just done what I'm doing. Send out one random scout.
Oh,
Goodbye. I knew you.
I've just seen you fly past in the other direction. Alright, so there is an AI.
No, we've got 5 players.
Sure, have it your way. Why don't you fly some units over the middle and see how... In fact, send all your units. Send your command to the middle of the map.
Oh, you mean in the middle of the map?
In the middle of the map, yes. I've always played defensively. That is a lot the reason why I don't like games like StarCraft or Warcraft, because they're about micromanaging. They're not about a strategy. I shouldn't have to micromanage units. They should be entirely capable of dealing with stuff without me, and that's very much the way I prefer to play. I don't generally attack unless I'm planning on winning. Like, that's it. This is my final attack. Here I come. But as opposed to, I'll just sort of harass. Sometimes I will. I mean, there's resources, so I assume some of the other people are starting to clear their individual resource points, because there are 9 resource points in the center. Good luck. Good luck with that one. I'd be interested to see. We've had a very positive set of responses from chat about this particular game, so it'll be curious to see whether or not that leads to more views. Right now, doesn't matter what I play, I get nearly the same number of views every time.
That means you have a loyal fan base.
I think it just means a very small percentage of people will just watch whatever I do. But I have been a bit surprised. Like, honestly, I thought Doom would have been better, given I played it just about the time Doom Eternal came out, but no. Dungeon Defenders, no more popular. Dawn of War, no more popular. Diablo 1, no more popular, which is surprising. I would like to put content out that people would enjoy. but I don't think anyone's actually getting recommended the content in order to enjoy it. I'm also, for the very first time, actually paying some vague attention as to how YouTube works. So I've discovered about the impression system, and they recommend your content after a certain number of impressions and stuff.
Yeah, be careful with all that. It changes on a weekly basis.
Basically, you have to hit 150,000 impressions on a given video before they will recommend your content to people. And then when you get like 1 million, they put it on the front page. That's impressions, not views. And I'm getting 15,000 plus impressions. Partly it depends if US Heck retweets it. Between him and I, we can get about 15,000 impressions. But essentially, YouTube are more or less saying, once you've got your arse in gear and you're promoting your content regularly on Reddit or wherever, then we will promote you. Not until. Now, I'm sure I told one of these to upgrade. It was that one. I stopped 3D printing when I'm streaming. I have printed that Flexicore now, and it is enormous. So I'm getting more confident with larger prints on the build now. But I purposely set up a 3D print that lasted until about 20 minutes before the stream started. So, Derek, sorry, I've turned the music off because it's just a little bit too much noise, so I can't hear people. I agree with what you said about you can't win by just building turrets, but I wouldn't like to wander into range of these turrets right now. That's not a come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. I insist you murder each other, completely ruin your economies, and just let me swoosh in at the end. That's my plan. That's I've given it away now. That's literally my plan to win this game.
Seems like a valid plan.
There was music. It's just, despite not being, there's nothing wrong with the music. It's very reminiscent of Dungeon Siege in a lot of ways. It's just, it doesn't really instill me with like, oh, I love the music in that game. It's just all right. Yeah, Adam, I mean, I sent you the STL, but I've got this beautiful purpley pink silk filament that I printed quite a large Flexicorn out for a 9-year-old, for a young girl who's 8 or 9. I'm sure I said thank you. If I zoom all the way out, so it's not rendering. So if I zoom all the way out, I get less frames per second. Oh, hold on, what's that? Oh yeah, you can be down here in the water. Holy moly, is this an AI? Who's dark red? Good God, did you? So I'm not going to recommend anything, but dark red has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 naval factories. So I'm just gonna throw that out there for anybody who feels like doing anything.
That's slightly worrisome, isn't it?
Good. Oh, I see. We're going with. Well, so much for doubling the resources and building fat boys. Thanks, Adam. Thank you for popping in. Show us some pictures of what you got.
That is a lot of engineers. Oh my god.
I haven't even built my first boat yet. Click, my first boat. Ah, hello, kitten. What do you want?
I built a boat.
But yeah, I wonder if there has ever been an RTS game that not quite doesn't have units, but that just wasn't the focus in the slightest.
There's the trading game, off-colony trading or something.
Okay, but it's still an RTS, still units and strategy and...
It's economy strategy.
Nah. I mean, combat strategy, just more about long range. I mean, like you know, very long range units that just sort of fly in very slowly, so you see the missiles coming with some minutes. That sort of thing.
DEFCON has no unit production and no economy.
Well, that is you're going definitely back away there. What have you done? Have you just queued up all your units? Just spaff build?
No, well, yes, but no.
My first ship's nearly finished.
Am I even making a dent?
Yes, in all my units. But maybe I'll remind you. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 naval factories.
I just drew a line.
Uh-huh.
Don't judge me.
I am judging you, and I'm judging you loudly, so everyone else goes, "Oh shit, maybe I should do something about that."
I'm suspecting he might not have that many naval factories soon.
I like the way my torpedo bombers doing a very bad job of shooting up these subs. Yeah, I can see them. They've been shooting them for ages. I'm fighting grey dots on the radar.
Oh, they're tier 2. That's why I'm struggling to shoot them down.
Oh, good. Good. They stopped moving. Awesome. Sorry, why can't I build an air factory on the water? This game is shit. Essentially, TA let you build everything on the water. You could do a complete set of water-based resources because you have water-only maps.
Yes, from core contingency you could do that.
Coming through. Oh no, you killed me.
Oh, what happened? Oh, wait, there's a giant UFO. Holy shit.
Thanks for the resources.
Someone's already built a UFO.
Yeah, you can see it. When it crashes, the icon, the graphic appears on the map.
Stop building those, get that upgraded.
Who won?
Really in life, Brian, aren't we all winners?
Who got their base destroyed?
Really, it's not about who won or who lost. It is about having fun. It's about the journey.
Nicely won, Dave.
Just the
I don't know, I don't think I got through.
Just the record, it wasn't nice at all.
Ah,
Gotcha.
all these assassins.
What?
That
what
wasn't me.
Committed.
wait, so Shalka, tell us what killed you so we can make sure it doesn't happen to us.
Broadswords, gunships. Air is dangerous.
Anti-air.
Okay, so that must have been a retaliation from Brown.
Dagger Shite, when you said there's a new RTS in the making, I'm sure there's quite a lot, like, what, by Chris Sawyer? Chris Taylor, sorry? Chris Sawyer being the other guy.
Chris Sawyer's Transport Tycoon.
Yeah. But not him.
I think I'll stay as an observer. Last time I was with Dom and it scored prematurely.
Stuff
I
exploding.
should have stayed in the water. That's dumb.
What? As a species, you mean, or just in this game?
Game.
I don't like the idea of UFOs flying around the map, to be honest.
As long as they're my UFOs, I think it's an awesome idea.
And the UFO is supposed to damage things when it falls on things. I guess I was a little too far away with it and should have controlled more of the landing.
Oh my lord. But yeah, Daggershot, when you said the devs are heavily wanting an esport micromanagement game, my interest, what little there was, disappears entirely.
Yeah. We need more games like Majesty, where you just control the meta. Let the units do what they want to do.
Hell, I mean, even Transport Tycoon to a great degree. You know, you don't directly control anything. You say, move things from here to here, and it's like, right, I'll sort that out. Now, where are my torpedo bombers? No.
Planetary Annihilation did have the Feature chronocam that could have counteracted not everything being visible at once.
Is there a land-based? What can I shoot subs with apart from subs? Torpedoes. Is there anything? I don't remember.
You got torpedo planes.
Airships.
Yeah. Do I have torpedo? You know, air things.
Yes.
No, ground like land things.
Oh, land things.
I could-
Your commander can fire torpedoes.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, I'm sure that's going to work great. Yeah. It's alright. I may not remember much, but I do remember some small things. Mostly when someone's overextending themselves, it's never going to go well.
Is that directed at me?
Brown probably has quite many resources because I attacked him in a bad way.
There's always the human element to bear in mind.
Problems I have, I can't get to Brown without going past Adam.
It's
So
alright.
Adam,
You can go
I need
around.
you to attack him.
I would do, but I've just told my units to do a thing and they've gone, no. My planes have all... I said attack this, my planes all landed instead.
There are torpedo point defenses you can build on water.
If only I had done that when it was still an option. Oh, right, I can...
With build speed, it can be feasible.
Right. What I need to do is that. Wow, that's not your stuff, is it, in the water there?
No, no. Basically, I'm just abandoning the sea, leaving it. We should have never come out
We
the...
ventured too far.
Yeah, but if planetary annihilation had the mechanic of Akron, then the planetary stuff could be counteracted. But the chronocam was only look into past, not do actions there.
There's not a way to select all idle builders, is there?
Don't know.
There's icons on the right hand side.
I can
think
select
those-
one idle unit, not all of them.
There might be some shortcut key, but I don't remember offhand.
See, the fun thing about sub versus sub is I can't see his subs, he can't see mine.
Yeah, it's grey dome versus grey dome.
In fact, I wonder if he's actually got any subs at all, or if they're just destroyers with their radar
All right.
faking stuff.
Can you guys just fuck off? Because basically you're having a sub battle outside my base. like, take this to your own. Have you got a problem? That's fine, but why do you have to do it here?
It's good for the stream.
Is it though? Grey dots versus blue dots, as far as I can tell.
Frigates do have the jamming thing that makes fake radar signals.
Yeah. I'm just sending some boats past you, by the way.
That's
Adam.
fine. I don't have anything that will shoot boats. Oh, actually, I do have. I have one. Right, fuck that. I'm coming with you. Or let me go first, whichever you like.
I don't know why that little. Hey, she got one out. Excellent.
No. How do I say don't?
Did we block diplomacy?
Yes, we did. So there's a reason for that. I used to play a lot of fairly competitive homeworld. Homeworld, you could ally at any point, and there was no messages that you had allied. So this had the issue that player 1 and player 3 would make an alliance, then player 2 and player 4, and then player 1 and player 3, and then player 1 and player 2. So player 1 was allied with everybody. And this wasn't an issue until you ended up with 8-player games where everybody was allied with everybody else. It also meant that my allies would go, oh, you know, hey, player 1, that was me in this case. I'm going to attack player 3. Come with me. So then I just fly my ships in, and they wouldn't do anything in the combat because you don't notice in the heat of battle that your units aren't doing anything. So you just kind of look like you're joining in the combat, but actually not. I won an awful lot of matches by quite literally not doing anything.
It's pretty funny. Today's lesson is don't build artillery behind shields.
Really? Why not?
They shoot the shields.
Can you not fire for your own shields?
No, they shoot for the shields. They don't shoot through the shield generator.
Ah. That potentially sounds like it may have been a bug.
Or
It's
just,
physics.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
One
got
of the
this-
standard cool stories is about nukes when they are going up, hitting a plane and blowing the attacking player's base.
For a moment, I thought you meant in reality, and I was like, what the fuck, really? But yeah, yeah, it makes more sense.
Could you pull your battleship back? Because I'm slowly destroying it.
I was going to just send it in, but it's just been murdered. You sunk my battleship.
Yeah, let my wave go in and then you can send it in.
Thank
afterwards.
you. Send it in. What? My half a battleship. Hey, so this game doesn't have any reflective water then. That was has refractive but not reflective.
Yeah, could you imagine what would happen if you actually got like proper shadowing and stuff on this? If you could spot subs by the by looking at the water, if
Well-
they only had a visual.
I'm assuming I can't spot subs due to design.
You need a sonar.
Yeah, but I mean, they could already have drawn. They could already have rendered. Yes, I'm assuming I cannot see the 3D graphics of a sub by design,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
as opposed to any sort of rendering limitations.
That's how ridiculous that is. Slightly worried about green down here, just turtling away.
He's busy
Yeah, I can. Yeah, he's built some nice little layouts there. I can see little
dealing
squares.
with maybe common problems.
Oh, okay. We like that. That's a good result.
So,
So,
Evelyn, are you up for Advanced Wars then? Good.
I don't think I have it.
Even better. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Actually, it's not the spreadsheet. God damn it! It is on the Google Drive though. So I'm out of mass.
Yeah, me too. I need another 300, please.
Very exciting times for green.
Yeah, I mean, one interesting way to play any RTS game is with fog of war off. You get very, very different play when you can actually see. So I'm assuming this person bottom right is dead.
Yep.
I really do like the amusing amount of walls there.
Hmm?
Like, have you got an Omni up or something similar, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look bottom right. Look at I think Schalke's walls.
Yeah.
That's cool. Doesn't work, but it's cool.
What about, have you seen mine?
It's quite effective actually.
You've just built a circle.
Cool, sir.
Fucking planes! Stop it! When I said patrol, I didn't mean out there to all the ships.
Has anybody seen my commander?
Is that blue dot wandering into my base?
It could be.
I wish.
Oh, right, I found Brown's fleet. He's a little upset that I'm blowing up his harbour.
Oh, is that why they all turned around?
Oh, I don't care about the harbor.
Which one?
Top right.
He doesn't care about his harbour, which means he's got something worse.
Or better.
Better for him, worse for us.
So you remember you said stop your battleship. So I sent an engineer out to repair it, and the engineer has nearly made it. Because there's no other way down off the cliff. So it's taken the long route. It's just arrived. It's been going... Wait, hold on.
You probably need a little more engineering power to actually get it repaired in time.
Time for what?
That's
Christmas?
a few boats.
Green, brown was damaged in my attack towards the harbor, so that's why he's struggling to defend it. And nobody wants to see it, so I have to mention it.
I can't see it. I'm stuck between two evil people and an AI.
I have done literally nothing at all to you, Dave. You sent
That's
in...
what I mean.
You sent in like 200 units, and I just went...
Well, someone's got artillery that's firing all the way across the map.
Not me. No yellow dots going right to left. check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Or check others to choose who to wreck.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go say hello to somebody, I think.
Yeah, do Mr. Very Tiny Base in the bottom left. That's not his real name.
No, he's alright. He's not attacking me.
I'm not attacking you.
I'm not going after you either. Someone's attacking me with Aeon weaponry. There's only one Aeon player left.
Is that the unbalanced broken side?
Yes.
Awesome. So, Evelyn, I'm going to play Sturm in our Advanced Wars game.
Okay.
As I said, it'll be like playing chess and just assuring you I would tell you the rules as we went along. It doesn't work.
Let's go say hello to something. Oh my. Found your fat boy.
You're kind of supposed to.
Is it in underneath all these explosions?
Who's got this artillery?
I think it came from the bottom right.
Yeah, bottom right's dead.
Bottom left, sorry. So when
That'd be very
when I
bad.
double, oh my god, all my engineers have gone up from the cliff down onto the beach via the longest fucking route to just suck up the energy from palm trees.
You can make air transports if you really want to hold
Oh yeah, you can set in and out points or some such.
Ooh, worst mechanic. Ooh.
DJ, you're just losing the shield war.
I'm just happy looking at the graphics and all the explosions.
Right. Who's public enemy number one? Whoever fires a shot into my base.
Well, I can tell you for nothing, as I have no part in this, there's a whole bunch of fucking ships coming over the North Peninsula towards your base.
Yeah, I see them. They're not a problem.
Oh.
Tier 1, they're emissaries.
It's all battleships, basically.
If they were all battleships, that would be a problem.
Why are you not firing? What are you waiting for? Christmas? What's he doing?
Who?
Not you. Well, you can look at the stream if you like, but like he's just sitting there, just going, no. He's got a command. ETA 26 seconds, 25 seconds, 26 seconds, 24 seconds, 23, 20. What?
It's Adam's artillery hitting me, isn't it?
No, I don't have any. What would I possibly have? No, there's a missile coming from the bottom left, a very long-range missile with a little blue electric splat when it arrives.
It's not a missile. It
No,
is a projectile, is it not a missile?
Yeah, it's the Aeon thing.
No, it's not.
EMP, Shield Buster,
Ah,
whatever it is, it's bloody annoying.
I mean that I'll agree with, but I can't promise. I can't say for a moment I know what it is doing it.
You can save energy by shutting shields. And you get fire rate increase if you give wield power next to artillery.
All these boats.
Wait,
Scouting boats.
I've just realised I can't see any boats at all. I must be out of power. Yeah, I had something there and it's been blown up. Alright then. Oh, yeah. That artillery. But the thing is, I don't mind artillery in a game. I like artillery. But you need to say, your base is under attack. And you need some sort of marker going, you're under attack from... It's just vague. Just, you're under attack from here. I've lost quite a chunk of the middle of my base. And I've had literally zero warning from the game other than a 1 pixel dot. And unlike you guys, I'm not still running at 640 by 480. That pixel dot is very, very small now.
You get a music change when you enter combat.
Okay, assuming I had music on, which I don't, as you know, assuming I had the music on, when do you think it would change out of the combat status in this particular game?
Yeah, it's not super helpful. But for that situation, it kind of helps.
Well, no, because the combat music will play the whole time. I don't see why you think it would ever stop.
When played properly, there's a preparation phase and a attack phase.
You're right. What would happen is I would not get any combat music for the first 20 minutes of the game, and then it would just play constantly for the entire rest of the game. Yeah. Now I'm fucked. I'm at minus 5,000 energy.
Have you turned the voice overlays also off with the music?
There's no voices in this game, is there?
I think there is.
No. I've had no speech whatsoever. I mean, total acknowledgement stuff. Did you commander under attack and all that? Sound. Voice over volume 0. No, I don't think there's any speech in this at all. Or not in multiplayer, at least.
Voice over volume.
Is that 100%?
Video volume.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, weird. I did have some voice.
But what I mean is, when I'm getting hit by artillery, I should get a large reticule on the map saying artillery strike from approximately here. I mean, I don't even know which player is shelling me, let alone what type of turret it is or where they are.
Okay, I'm not shelling you.
Yeah, well, that's brilliant. I'm pretty sure it's bottom left, but yeah, because I can see a little artillery just there. I can see it. Whee! And then it's just gone boom.
Okay. So he has stopped firing at me, which is interesting.
Now, my base, if you look at, well, look, for those of you on the stream, my base is covered in craters. But if, for example, it is the type of defences I could do a anti-air against, is it buzzkill? I don't know. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I've no idea because I'm not getting any warning. It's this, that the player, you have to give the player a lot of information rather than, and then let them deal with it. Right now, all I know is it's a yellow dot. It's not even colour-coded, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, but then the system also has to work when there's constant shelling and you can't have 5 big announcements going on at once.
I don't even get an announcement I've lost a fucking building. I'm surprised because, God, even Warcraft said, unit destroyed, it actually gave you feedback. I get surprising. I've just realised it's not here in this game. And that does honestly surprise me.
I see all your gunships.
Mine? His? Who are you talking to?
Is that enough to prevent what they're doing?
Probably not.
There's a decent chance. One of the complaints about this game is about how high-tech interceptors can't really be dealt without interceptors. The unit being its own counter.
That's cute.
Just checking.
I like the snipe attempt though, straight for the commander.
It was effective before.
And now you're moving your fat boy in.
The game has slowed a little bit. There's somewhat free mass points in my corpse, if someone wants to grow into lead.
There's 3 what in your corpse?
Resource nodes.
So I'm guessing whatever I'm being shot with can't be taken out by buzzkills. Which incidentally is a great name.
shields is the only counterplay.
If only I didn't have minus 4,000 energy. I think we've had this discussion.
You can pause engineers to have the energy drain removed.
Well, then they wouldn't be building any power generators.
Yeah. But building counter artillery before you have shields up is also an interesting solution.
Again, unlike the other 3 people in this game stream, sorry, 4, I haven't played this game in a decade. So, thank you for critiquing my particular approach, which is the equivalent of going, sorry, how do the horses move in this game again? That's the level I'm at.
Trying to give information.
By telling everyone I've built a artillery.
Well, I don't want to backseat too much, but and if you need energy, you need to prioritize that.
Yeah, I do, and energy's fine. I'm fine. Doesn't stop me being shot, unfortunately.
Still have 2 Tech 3 engineers in artillery building.
Yeah, but I have no lack of energy now. Just a lack of clue what's shooting me or where from.
Right, what do we need to target? We need to target that, I think.
It's south, Dave. With all those units you've got south. In fact, hold on. I'm just watching 2. I wish I could just. Can I build a stealth plane and not get shot? Probably not.
To the green player, that shot that's coming your direction. My apologies. I missed,
Strategic launch detected.
Not having any of that.
Well, yeah, sure. If you don't mind, then his hearing ban from Discord detected.
Correct.
You don't violate a gentleman's agreement unless you want to be violated by that gentleman. No, wait, I haven't phrased that right.
Oh, I say.
What's the button for all boats? Is it Control B? No. What's the button for all the boats?
I would love to know that.
It's not N for naval, B for builders, S for sea, Control S.
Is it Control S?
It is Control S, yes, for sea or ships or
That is handy.
If you double click a unit, it will select all units of that type on the screen.
Yeah.
And sometimes further abroad. I have noticed.
No, you can control the screen size too. How big a selection you have.
Definitely had it select things near to the edge of the screen.
Yeah, but in StarCraft you box things, but in Subcom you zoom to a level and select.
Well, no, you can still do box select, but you can't do unit-specific box select.
You can double click a type and set the zoom level to effectively box without boxing.
The art of boxing without boxing.
What's all offensive ground units?
Control G?
Control Z.
That's undo.
Blue has more material. There are other factors favoring brown.
Is it the fact he's next to me and I don't know how to play? Right.
Wow, that's a lot of gunships. That's a lot of gunships.
I had experimental units a half an hour ago.
You mean that one?
So-
You mean that one? You
so did
flew
I.
you flew across and it crashed on something.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, you did experiment and the experiment failed. So yes, absolutely,
So thank you.
absolutely an experimental failure.
My experimental unit's been underwater for a while, just making gunships.
I made the mistake of showing strength in a multiplayer game and making myself a target.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why I'm going to win by being just no threat to anyone.
Everybody's sitting in base and letting all these mass points be untaken.
Who cares? I've got so many metal makers that it's irrelevant.
There's not that many metal makers.
It's enough.
Never is enough.
Well, yes, never
The
is
amount
enough.
you have.
Right.
From the chat, yeah, the dead guy's giving play tips. To be fair, the dead guy can see everything.
I'm slightly worried that this is going in a little boring direction.
People are here for my wit and charm. Did you watch the Doom stream? Did you watch us playing Zandorum? Like, that was astounding. That stream was just... Well, to use the parlance, it was lit. By comparison, this is never going to be exciting. That's just, you know, partly just the game.
Oh.
Oh, yes, I'm the host. Yes, Schalke. No, that's Schalke. Damn it. Schalke, did you crash? Did your internet go?
Yep.
Which?
I have an error on my streaming, I think.
You have an I'm confused. Is your game crashed? Shall I click eject, or are you gonna make it? Do you just tab back?
I'm gonna try to kill my game.
You should be able to. What's the word? Oh wait, I can just eject everybody else from the game as well. Oh, brilliant.
I think it's a vote-based system.
Oh, I see. Right. So I was like, yeah, just la la la, click click click.
Do I click?
Yeah. Schalke can come back as an observer if he wants to.
Oh, okay.
He's got my IP. No! What?
I didn't click you.
I clicked everybody else as a laugh. I don't understand. No, wait, you're still in.
Yeah, the game's doing something.
Game's having an aneurysm.
It's seriously trying to think about it. You might want to. Can you slow the game down at all?
I can pause it. Is that paused it? Oh. Wait, what the fuck? Well, I win just by sheer virtue of being the only person left alive, but I think we broke it. However, I think we'll give Dave that one, followed by Snafu, followed by Kyoverlin. Unless kills is what matters.
Good game, everyone.
Snappy was just about to go down as well.
I'm just going to see what I won on. Oh man, I don't think I was just middle of the road. I had to win on something. Least kills, yes.
Me and Snappy were still in.
Oh, there we go.
You're still in?
Kinda.
Yeah, we're playing each other.
But you blew up.
On yours, it did.
Oh,
Yeah,
did we...
disconnect. You are left in the game and the others are dropped, so everybody can think that they are winning.
Wait,
Yeah.
I was going to say, because I'm the host, so I don't care what you think.
Both
You're,
just
what?
killed themselves.
what-
in my view.
Yeah. Adam just blew up, but me and Snappy were still in a game.
Who do you think's hosting your game, Dave?
I have no idea. it's got to be AI at this point.
It's proper peer-to-peer. There's no one special to be host.
Okay. Well, that was kind of fun.
Ah,
I honestly
that's sad.
So I honestly feel the Dawn of War control points system, absolutely this game needed that, because otherwise you just turtle and one person attacks when you're not ready and you don't win, and there's no force to do anything. So it's a shame that
You
they
need to
did
not
that.
be no rush.
That wouldn't have helped anything. What would no rush have
Free
achieved?
for all, people like to stay way behind because they don't want to be picked on early on, like I was with my bad boat.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the strategy. When in an FFA game, you need to make sure you want to be the least obvious target. Let everyone else pummel each other out. You don't want to be, obvious, not under any circumstances. That's strategy. I don't really see what achieving the no rush would do, other than a player who's a lot better than other people will probably start on the extra resource node. So it's, if anything, it's leveling it.
How many gunships do you have? Tier 3 gunships? Because I think I probably have 3 times that many inside my sub.
We don't all have invoice.
Right.
I was banking on the shield and all the AA to protect me from anything like that.
That's why I went land, because
it does record.
DJ was going
It does
AA as well.
It does record the last game. It automatically records the last game.
Cool.
So how do I fast forward through? Oh, can I just play it forwards faster? Oh god, can you not skip time? Oh fuck.
Yeah, there should be controls and things in the replay.
Options interface. I don't know if there is.
I think plus and minus keys are for speed.
Yeah, but I've already put it at 10. I want to zip through to the end. I don't want to watch the whole replay.
You might need to.
No, I don't think I will be doing that.
So you got that UFO bloody fast. Like, I halfway through built my submarine by the time you had that UFO.
Didn't do anything for you, granted.
Sorry?
Didn't really do much for you. You attacked me, but died really fast.
Oh no, I'm Sly Dave. I'm blue, top left.
Yeah, I died dumb for not protecting my commander, and I was kind of split. I split my experimentals to be on 2 places.
Yuzero, what I meant about the artillery that was annoying was there was no obvious indication it was you or where it was from. Artillery should make you a target. You are actively saying, I am the aggressor. You should be prepared to back that up. But as it was, you'd nuke half my base before I realised it was even being shot. And then I was like, oh, there's a yellow dot that appears, on the replay, the yellow dot appears about here. And then I'm like, all right, I'm being shot from somewhere in the bottom left. Yeah, but that doesn't make for good gameplay. There is a strategy of just building a bunch of artillery and turning it on, and then just before someone can react, it's just not brilliant. So you guys built.
If you see your shell flying, you can retrodict where it was coming from.
Yeah,
I ran out of room.
I was definitely being shelled from the left-hand side of the map. Brilliant.
Me? No, I never shelled you.
Yeah, but I don't. My point is, I don't know that. All I know is a yellow dot appeared from somewhere on the left. I think it was green. It could equally have been blue.
Yeah.
Not really, Azerio. In reality, right, if a shell drops in the middle of your base, you fucking notice it. In this game, I might be up here, I might be over here, fiddling with bits and bobs. You don't notice it.
The first time I knew I was being shelled or hit with EMP or something was when all my air factories got destroyed.
Hold on. How do you... So you said I need to do scouting. How would I possibly do that? Just fly random ships in and hope, in this case, I recognise the artillery. This is a failing of the game's UI. Because, I can't remember about this game, but certainly in TA it will go strategic launch detected and a big... You usually don't have many more seconds to live, but at least it tells you. But I'm surprised there's no alerts, given that TA is better at that. So just watching Kevin in here build his... He built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I told
Less
you I
than
just
I
dragged a
did.
line. It doesn't count.
Yeah, but it was the fact you dragged it into my radar range more than anything else.
Oh,
I
there's
had all of you on my radar range.
same.
I'm curious what your plan was here. Were you hoping to just win? Oh, is it? He's already started the. Oh no, that's the thing. I thought it was a UFO.
Yeah, where is the UFO
There it
that
is.
he's made?
There it is.
It's being done.
We're 25 minutes in.
After this.
So,
Oh, yeah, at the back there.
so Shauka, you obviously have continued to play this game a lot more than I have. I can give you one bit of advice, and it's probably an important one. The UFO is completely shit. Never build it. I remember that much. And then Dave just goes, "Oh, I'll just send these in."
Yeah, they were a scout just to see if I could see what's going on. Oh, those ones. That was just a test wave. That was all tier 1.
Yeah, I can tell that.
Formation is really bad.
Literally just getting rid of them to make room.
Oh, here comes the UFO. So you sent this in with a huge amount of support aircraft. Oh, you just sent it by itself, I see.
The main thing was with the 2C experimentals. The
So sassy.
UFO was a side thing.
Does look cool though. But yeah, I don't think I've ever had the UFO achieve anything other than just get shot down very quickly. But you tactically, you took out the side bit. Yeah, you came in from the weakest. Oh, right, you've just flown right over the middle of the place.
I was floating on land so much that I thought I was way ahead on it. I
Can you
wasn't
drop
that
that on the
ahead.
commander? I can't remember.
Sorry?
Can you drop that on the commander?
Yes.
And then what happened to Shauka then? Like,
Soon I'm now dead.
can I
Gunships
rewind?
will-
Ah, I can rewind, huh? I can rewind. Cool. Wait, I say that. I set it to -10. It's a lot of things, but it's not minus anything, is it?
That's just very slow.
Yeah, that's -10. I don't think the replay format was very good. I wanted to see what happened to you. But it's I don't know if I should find
About
something.
20 or 30 Tech 2 gunships came in when I was outside of shields and anti-air. And my interceptors were not on patrol but landed on the ground.
I think I've just broken the replay. No, there you go. I can go forwards and I can slow down and then stop. Which I notice. Oh, that's normal speed. And then. Oh, right. That's -10. Not backwards, but minimum speed forwards. Yeah, but that's point. I hadn't even built my first ship. What's they doing over here? Look at this little circle of stuff.
Just shielding up.
I'd like to point out, I'm not simulating any AI now, and I'm getting 48 frames per second.
There we go.
Some real
Our game was continuing to play. I had land, sea, and air superiority for a decent amount of time. I just didn't press the attack because I was worried about how strong Brown was. Turns out, not too strong, but some scary, scary fat boys.
Yeah, I had some problems figuring out my economy.
I never got to use my Atlantis. It had 120 tier 3 gunships in it.
Which one's the Atlantis? Is that boat?
The sub-factory that
Oh yeah.
is also an aircraft carrier. That was going to be my Hail Mary play. Just
You guys play
massive activate.
weird. What's the point in just sending in a few units other than just burning resources?
With Subcom, the balance not that much.
it can often be worth it to snipe something.
Yeah, but not in that case. That's like me kicking a bouncer in the shins and hoping he'll let me in the club.
So that little fat boy sat there was a bit of a problem for a while.
I didn't even know it was there. You should say. Remember, in a multiplayer game, yeah, you go, oh look, there's a fat boy over on the middle right, and people are like, holy shit. Hence the social, hence getting this knocked out by going to you. He's sending lots of shit to you.
That's why my gunships went in.
That boy there. That's fake news. Never happened.
I've got one of these for 3D printing, by the way, in about 80 separate components, and I'm very tempted to see how big I can print it, but I have to behave.
Amazing.
I like printing out toys of stuff you can't buy. So KO for Lin, you totally failed to capitalise on this bottom right base at all. Like that was free.
I started down there and then I failed.
Yeah.
I cleaned it up once or twice.
So you see, at this point, I'm just been continually artilleried, and at this point, I've lost.
It was you doing the artillery. You stopped firing at me at
Me?
some point, which is no, not you.
Green.
Bottom left.
Green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they stopped firing at me, I didn't retaliate.
I should have let the two of them fight it out and then build up my stuff, but then I went in for no reason.
It would have taken more than the fat boy to get through that defense that I've got set up. It's a bit stupid. Zoom in on the front line of my defense, Adam. You just see a wall of artillery waiting for things like fat boys.
Is tier 2 artillery long enough to reach a fat boy?
No, the scroll up, go higher up.
Right, so Clinker's got
It's
that.
about equal range.
That's the Clinker's range there. And where's the fat boy? No, I don't get to see the fat boy's range.
If you just look at the lines I've got on the defense in the top left, are just rows of artillery.
Should
Bit
we
like your
also
artillery.
Get rid of T3 artillery as well as nukes? Is that a thing that we should do?
Yeah, I mean, there's no.
If you're double shielding properly, tier 3 artillery can't do anything to you.
That's kind of my point.
So it is pointless unless you're not shielding properly. Which I guess for any inexperienced players.
Excuse me.
Like mid and early game, it's fine, but late game, it's like.
Wait, Dave, you had artillery. It just shot at me, then it shot at red, then it shot at green.
Oh yeah, if you now go into the top of my base, you'll see the tier 4 artillery.
Right.
No.
Dude,
Experimental artillery.
Where?
Have a Maver?
There we go.
Where?
These ones.
Where?
I think those are.
Oh no, they are tier 3.
Yeah, tier 3, the Dukes.
Yep, so I got a couple of those up and running.
And then everyone died. Oh, wait, hold on, it just crashed.
That's where it crashed, right there.
Failed to save dump file to C. Wait, if you just use up my entire C drive? It's just crashed. I think it may have taken out by... Please hold, trying to use computers.
I'm sad no one tried a land fight other than that
Oh well, I did.
bit where it crashed.
I did start to build a fat boy, but didn't get around to it.
I don't know how many battleships I have at this point. It's a bit stupid. I was building 3 at a time constantly.
Yeah. Well, that was quite good fun. I did enjoy that. I said every time I played this or TA, it does the lack of the game forcing you to do combat, to defend and attack things you hadn't planned on defending and attacking, I think does hurt it a bit. And it's a shame that isn't more of a feature here.
Mm.
And that was fixed in Forza Alliance a lot.
Was it?
There they're sensible to attack right at T1.
No,
But
what I mean,
the mindset of let's make no rush a thing kind of fights that.
right, but that doesn't solve the issue. That just means you never see the cool units in the game. In Dawn of War, you'll take the strategic units you think are easy, and you'll leave the ones you think are hard. But what happens is suddenly, bang, the 15-minute counter kicks off. You have to work out which resource unit on the map is you need it now, and that leads to very, very fun tight battles over resources you hadn't planned. In that one, plan to get my base, plan to maybe get the one in the middle, and ideally I want to capture the middle as well, but I can do that at my own leisure. Whereas Dawn of War tips your hand, it forces you to get out there and attack, and I would love to have seen some of those features make it into other RTS games. I don't know of any others at all, to be honest.
Yeah, but
You
there was
know,
map
you know if I
balance.
don't
If you
know
would have played in a map that had empty spots, then there would have been room to expand. That map didn't have any neutral area resources to grab for.
That is true, but even then, that's usually someone who's just very organised with just queuing up a whole bunch of metal extractors and and a few defences, and it's not. In that case, I would probably wouldn't have my hand forced. Incidentally, Homeworld I guess is playable now as well, because when Homeworld shipped, it didn't have any multiplayer. And
If you play Homeworld Remastered, then it's got full Steam support for multiplayer.
yeah,
And
but
it's the exact same. It's the same game. It's just got better graphics.
well, you see, when it shipped, it didn't. When the game shipped, Homeworld 1 was rescripted in Homeworld 2, and they are not the same. I believe that's now been fixed. So I would be curious to play that one.
Yeah, but the multiplayer should be the same.
No, because you had cautious, balanced, and aggressive, and they don't do anything at Homeworld 2. And the formations don't do anything at Homeworld 2 either. And they put in Homeworld 1. I played Home 1 all the way through in Remastered, and I was really disappointed with it because first of all, the formations don't work, the aggression doesn't work, and Homeworld 1 encouraged and rewarded you by playing very carefully, repairing all your ships, and keeping your desperate ragtag fleet alive. Homeworld 2, if you started to do better, it just put more enemies on the next level. So you ended up there doing well, just got you shot more. I would be curious to play it multiplayer because I do like it. It's just wonderful to look at. Absolutely glorious.
I wonder if my favourite strat is still a legit way of playing, which is where you just warp your entire mothership into the asteroid field of your enemy.
Well, one of my favourite wins ever in Homeworld, just for the end of the stream, in case you guys are interested about Homeworld to play it in the future, ships move around quite quickly. Like to do a 180-degree turn in a ship takes you 10 seconds or something like that. But pivoting up and down is very, very, very slow. So it can take you 2 or 3 minutes to go from facing straight to facing straight up. So one memorable strat is I got like 50 ion frigates, flew them straight up, flew them along, and then flew them straight down at the enemy mothership, which literally, you could see it just begin to pivot upwards very slowly. It made it about 10 degrees before I had flattened it. So the 3D-ness of Homeworld gives some wonderful tactics. Very, very good. I would like to play Forge Alliance, by the way. I'd like to play Subcom 2. I'm happy to give those a bash. Over the weekend, we have got Advance Wars planned, and quite frankly, I am dying to play Advance Wars. I had the quickest of run earlier and went, holy shit, I want to play this. I've forgotten how wonderful a game it is. Absolutely brilliant. It's like when we booted up Dungeon Defenders the first time a couple of weeks ago going, this is still a brilliant game. It's aged visually, but it looks brilliant. Same thing with with a lot of games. Doom is still brilliant, and then we played Hexen, and that wasn't quite so good. So we will call the stream there, guys. That was good. Thank you so much for coming along, and we should do it some more. We should do these more. As I said, if we can find something that people want to watch us play, we will play it. We will get good. We will do all the strats. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember, if you enjoyed the content, let us know. If you don't like it, let us know. If there's something you want us to play, please do let us know. I think personally the best streams have been the ones where we played the shit games, and at least a part of me is saddened that I would firmly put Diablo 1 under shit game. I thought Diablo 1 was great. Dave, when was the last time you played Diablo 1?
When it was a mod in Diablo 3.
Right. Imagine you've just got your favourite bacon sandwich. It's fresh white bread, it's bacon, you've got, a thin layer of brown sauce, it's hot butter, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's a wonderful bacon sandwich, right? Now stick it in the fridge for 25 years and then eat it. It's not so good anymore. So it has aged so badly. It's the point where we're playing it going, how the fuck did this take off? How did this game get so popular? And the answer is, there was no competition. Don't like it? Play something else. So we couldn't defeat the Butcher. Well, we took about an hour, maybe 2 hours to defeat the Butcher. And in the end, it was because Brian remembered how to hack it. So he just ran the other side of a staircase and the Butcher gets caught up on it. And I'm like, dude, that's what. But how are we supposed to do this? So many horrible things about that game, but for the time, very, very good. These days, not so good. Same with Titan Quest. I love Titan Quest, and we're playing this going, this is kind of boring, actually. Like, really quite boring. So, yeah. So we've had some surprises, but we're happy to play shit games. Next time someone wants a shit game, I've got Dead Island downloaded and ready to go. So we'll come back to you. So thank you very much for watching, guys. You are all awesome. Hope the lockdown is not being too horrible for you. See you tomorrow for whatever we play tomorrow.